Your home for local sports scores, news, and interviews. 980 AM KDSJ.
And it's time here on KDSJ to speak with Scott Slotten, the head coach of the Belle Fourche High School football team. Thanks a lot, Coach, for the time here on KDSJ.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And as we go through the Bronx homecoming this week, let's go back to last Friday. You had to make the road trip down to Hot Springs for their homecoming, and give us a recap of that game, as Hot Springs certainly came to play there on their homecoming night.
Yes, we didn't know what to expect. Hot Springs was coming into a homecoming, a lot of distractions with homecoming, and then they had some other misfortunate events going on with their team. But we came in thinking we were ready after a kind of a subpar week of practice with all the weather that we had down here, with rain on Wednesday and Thursday, and a JV game, or JV being gone one day, just kind of screwed us up a little bit. We didn't come ready to play. Our offensive line didn't pick up the blitz, and changing quarterbacks with Shandon. Shandon just kind of, I think, the pressure got to him early, and I thought first drive we came out well. We drove the ball down the field, got in the red zone, and then when we got to the red zone, it went holding, fumbled pitch, sack, and we're right out of the red zone on about the 45-yard line facing a 4th and 29 or whatever it was. And that killed our first drive, and then after that, we didn't muster up much offense. Defense got beat on some big plays. Our corners finally got tested, and they didn't really come through. I took it up. I talked to the guys at halftime, told me you got to come out hard. We came out a little harder in the second half, but got one touchdown out of it on our backup. Nothing to be too proud about. Told the guys in the locker room after the game that we just got to, put this game behind us. We didn't even watch the film on it. I watched the film. The assistant coach watched the film, but we didn't show the players the film. We told them they could watch it on their own if they wanted to learn from it, but there was nothing that we could learn as a group, and we moved on to Sturgis.
Once again, Coach Slotten is busting some pencils probably as he was watching the film. That game against Hot Springs last Friday. But now you get into homecoming week. The focus kind of turns to you guys now for your home game coming up on Friday with all the activities going on this week. So a lot of purple pride out there this week.
Yes, definitely. A lot of purple pride. And that's the one thing that I told the guys in the locker room after the game. They were all disappointed in the loss to Hot Springs. They thought we could have played better. I told the guys that, there's one thing we can do to go up from here. I told them, homecoming week coming up. There's nothing worse to ruin our season than screw something up, kids get in trouble, or, focusing on homecoming more than football. And I challenged them. I challenged them to come out and focus on football for a week. Focus, have their best week of practice, get the season going. And, we actually had our best week of practice that we've had so far. We're starting to get some guys back from injury, and, I think we're headed in the right direction where this team needs to go.
And you guys are 1-2 on the season now, hosting Sturgis, who are looking for their first win of the season here on Friday night. Coach Gonzo's team, what do you know about the Scoopers over there?
Well, they offensively like to run a read option with their quarterback, and the quarterback is very athletic. He's a taller, thicker guy that, he's a smart player. He's a senior, and he's been there a while. He reads the defense well, and he can throw the ball too. So one key thing is, stop with that quarterback, keeping him from making big plays. Keep him. You make their running back make big plays. It seems that they can boggle down, but that's what we need to stop. Stop their senior quarterback, keep him from doing what he did to us last year.
As we wrap up our time here with Coach Scott Slotten, the head coach of the Belle Fourche Bronx football team, what are some keys on offense that you're going to have to finish up and take care of on Friday night?
Pick up the blitz up front. Every team we've seen this year has been sending splits after blitz on us, and we're a lot of plays. Watching film, we're a block away. We're picking up that one blitz away from breaking a 10, 20, 30-yard run. With how hard Bryson Westland runs, you never know those 10, 20, 30-yard runs can turn into a touchdown every time. He runs harder than a lot of running backs I've seen, and he's a lot of times breaking a tackle in the backfield to get his 5 to 10 yards that he gets on his carries. But, I challenged the guys up front and told them, we get guys moved. Bryson's going to be carrying this offense, and I think getting Tucker Kitka back. He's back this week. He's not going to start on the offensive line, but he'll definitely shoot time. Getting big Tucker Kitka back, he'll start moving some bodies, and hopefully up front we can get the ground game going.
As you guys get set to host the Sturgis Scoopers tonight at 7 o'clock.
The best local sports coverage in the Northern Black Hills. 980 AM KDSJ.